Good evening from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Carbon, and this is Rant and Randy's Rant for Saturday, March 27th. All right. Don't have anyone out there yet, but the show must go on. I'm kind of upset. Maybe I'll cover that first. I've got 5 pages, but I'm not. I want to get in and get out quickly. Uh, any audience that sees it, I'm finding like the rest of our voices out there, if you can get something done quicker, you keep the attention and people get the message and you get out and hopefully get more responses. All right, where I want to start before I get started, this is the enemy. This is not the conservative party of Lincoln anymore. This is the other guy's party. And I think they've lost their minds thinking that he can keep their attention uh, with rewriting history about the Capitol attack and other bullshit that he's pulling. And of course, McConnell can't figure out he is no longer majority leader. But he doesn't seem to understand that. What I wanted to speak about first, really, is this is not the time to give up. Democracy will die if we all sit down. I will stand my ground to my dying breath. I am not giving up now. Hello, Maria. Hello, Lisa. Uh, if we all sit down and do nothing, we will not have a democracy because the orange dictator will be back in more than likely, or somebody just as bad. I thought I would start out with that. Hello, Sue. Uh, start out with that first. Congressional delegation went to Texas, and Ted Cancun Cruz doesn't waste time claiming Biden is hiding the situation on the border. Time for you to take your ass back to Cancun, buddy. You couldn't stay with the people of Texas, so why don't you just go live down in Cancun? You were fond of it. You are a lying piece of shit that no one can believe in the first place. Jim Crow 2.2, an assault on voting rights. Think back to when Kemp was Secretary of State when he won against Stacey Abrams. Hmm. He had total control of that. He deleted and registered voters. He deleted voters. That's why he won against Stacey Abrams. And the other guy on Georgia voter suppression. Congratulations to Georgia and the Georgia state legislature on changing their voting rules and regulations. They learned from the travesty of the 2020 presidential election, which never should be allowed to happen again. Too bad these changes couldn't have been made sooner. This is Kemp kissing the ring of the emperor, plain and simple. Kemp claiming it opens up more weekend voting and making voting more secure. Give me a fucking break. How does it make uh, voting more secure to make it against the law to give anybody food or water standing in line for hours to vote? What the hell does that have to do with security and voting? It's bullshit. Straight and simple bullshit. I guess there's a sucker born every minute that would believe that, but I have a lot more faith in Republicans. Some of them are starting to figure out this is not the party of Lincoln. This is the other guy's party. Uh, Lock, stock, and barrel. He owns it now. That and the NRA. Night before last, the other guy was claiming that the insurrectionists were waving flags and they loved their country and they shouldn't have gone in, but they were hugging and kissing the officers. Excuse me, excuse me for that too. Uh, what video is he watching? Oh, that's right. He just makes it up as he goes along. Uh, this is the other guy on. That was the other guy on Laura I'm So White Ingram's show, rewriting the history of what we all saw before our eyes that day. Get this, Republicans. The other guy owns your party. My question uh, is this the party you want to associate yourself with? Voter suppression for security of voting against voter fraud? The problem doesn't exist. Even his AG, Barr, said there was not enough voter fraud that would have overturned the results of the election, period. Full stop. The other guy during his term managed to federal execution or execute 13 prisoners, more than any president in 120 years. You might say he went kill crazy in a different way than his puppet master, Putin. State of Virginia yesterday gave up capital punishment, or this week, the death sentence. The A state that has had more federal executions than any other state in the union. And I'm going to kind of look through some of these stories. Like I said, I want to make it quick. This is important to us Missourians. The Kansas City Star. Missouri Republicans block. Uh, we voted on this. Uh, they want to block voter approved Medicaid expansion. We voted back in August with the hope of the Republican Party that people wouldn't notice. Well, it passed by 56% of the people in Missouri. Now they're blocking it. And uh, so that's more proof. In Missouri, brothers and sisters, Republicans don't give a shit what the voters want. That would mean 230,000 Missourians would have health insurance, but the Republican state government is refusing to do it. It's even against Missouri's constitution. They're turning down billions of federal dollars. They are ignoring the voters. Why? Perhaps it would help poor people. Kansas City Star summed it up this way: because they hate the poor. Uh, there is no other reason or explanation. The hatred is so intense, it overrides greed, political ambition, even respect for the law. As far as the voter restriction laws, we, the people, must stand up for our democratic process. Either we want to live in a democracy or we don't. This is the question for Republicans as well as Democrats. Let Congress know where you stand, brothers and sisters of both parties. U.S. set new record yesterday in 3.4 million doses administered in one day of the vaccine. Why is that? We have a national strategy now. That's called leadership and it is so refreshing. And let me look down through here again on it. Okay, we also got answers to why people under the Social Security Administration were not getting their checks. Uh, it was because of an appointee by the other guy was holding up matters. Congress sent him a letter, and the Social Security Administration is sent to the IRS the files uh, to start paying those people immediately. But it took, like I said, a letter from Congress to get the wheels rolling on that. Uh, and Social Security Administration was blocking payment information for nearly 30 million Americans. This is the other guy's appointee burrowed into the Social Security Administration people, and Biden administration has to ferret these people out. They can't be allowed to continue to undermine our government. The other guy is still using stationery with the office of president at the top. Tweety Turd's new tweet style. The problem is we have the enemy within. 45s burrowed, appointees have burrowed into our government with uh, with the appointees. They all must be rooted out. They are there to dismantle departments. That's what was going on at Social Security. They were trying to dismantle the Social Security Administration. And we have seen this from the first day of the former fake president uh, tearing out the pillars of our institutions. And let me look. One more story, and I will let you go for a Saturday night, and I can have some much needed time off, but you know how that goes. I will be out here tomorrow as well, uh, not voicing it, but calling on you, Blue Dots. You supply me with many of the memes that I do put out. In closing, there is a surge in the COVID-19 among the younger population, 40 to 49 and 30 to 39. The rise is among the unvaccinated population in this country. And also, 127 million have received their 1,400 stimulus checks. And I already told you about that. It was one person in the administration over there trying to gum up the works where nobody could get the money and try to make Biden look bad. Biden is a leader. He ain't looking bad, and he has a heart. He is an empathetic person that knows that poor people are not to be hated. It's hard to believe that one whole party, I know the voters know the difference between conservatism and the Lincoln Party and what's going on now. That is not conservatism, and you all know it. You voters have got to turn around and go against that man. He's running your party. You're not going to have a party. And we're not going to end up with a dictator ruling this country from Florida. Ain't gonna happen, baby. That's just plain and simple. All right. Hello, Josh. Hello, John and Maria, and I believe, and George. Hello, George, and hello, Carol. All right. Took a little while, but people come if you put it out here, and that's what I count on. That's why we record this. Uh, we've got a great many. If you can't get in my little blue room, please leave comments at the end. I had another person that thought they were going to advertise on my channel. Ain't going to happen. I think they took themselves down instead of me having to report them to YouTube because it will be reported. This is not your channel. You will not advertise porno or dating or anything else that you can think of on my channel. It's my damn channel and leave it the fuck alone. All right. And I love this. I love you getting together and talking out there. Hello, Wilma. And I love this. You all always talk to each other. That's why we get together. We get to know each other and make this family even tighter as far as the family can go. And we will get the job done. It's just we can't give up at this time. I can't express that too much. This is not time to give up. Uh, if we want to live in a democracy, we're going to have to stand up. We might even have to hit the streets, but we will keep this democracy. I will not live in an autocrat. You know what I'm talking about. I am tired, but it's the end of the week. We've got a weekend. We're going to have a good time, and then we'll hit the bricks again on Monday. I want everybody to start thinking about and get a hold of Congress and keep the pressure on them. Keep telling them they're going to have to start doing what the voters want, not just do whatever in the hell that that asshole over there wants. He was a fake president. If it wasn't for Putin, he would have never been president. Putin was paying for rallies for him that the dumbass wasn't at, but it was Putin paying for them. I believe it was in Wyoming and Idaho. But you want that man back, then I feel sorry for you because it ain't going to happen, baby. There's too many uh, blue dots. There's too many that will vote Democratic, and there's going to be a lot of Republicans that are going to switch parties because they realize this man wants to be a dictator. He's taking over the party, and I can't imagine they think he's going to pull this shit out for 2 to the next 4 years. Ain't going to happen, baby. And you can count on me, brothers and sisters. I will be here regardless of how bad it gets, because, like I said, until my dying breath, I will not live in a despotic, uh, authoritarian type. And that's what they want. They don't like democracy, they have a hatred of poor people. All right. I'm probably rough on my Republican friends, but I just tell it the way I see it. And that's the way the majority of the people in this country feel, including yourselves. Uh, for example, my example of 53% of the people in the state of Missouri want to expand Medicare. They won't do it. I mean, Medicaid, they don't want to do it. Why? Because they don't give a shit about what the voter wants. They're all about retaining the power, baby. All right. Peace, resist, persist, and I insist we stay on Congress, they own your state government. They're not going to do this. This is our country too. And I will, and you will live in a democracy. All right, that's about all I got. I want you to go down, like, and share. Use subscribers. I would love to have you subscribe, but if you think you're going to advertise here, baby, it ain't going to happen. All right, that's all I've got. Uh, have a good one, and I'm putting out the music already. I want to take my time distributing this. I count on this Blue Dot family to help me get the word out on my show, and I'd appreciate it if you would. And what do I usually say? Share this shit, and I'll see you later. Have a good weekend. Bye bye now. Share this shit.